Hi everyone, and welcome to today's event. Today's event, I would like to share with you how to become a lifelong learner. Because as a human being, it is important for us to learn and grow. So become a lifelong learner will help you develop and grow into a successful person. So in today's event, I will share with you why it is important to become a lifelong learner, the benefit of becoming a lifelong learner, and also ways to help you become a lifelong learner. And that is important. So, throughout this live event, if you have any question, you can post it on the comment, and then I will try my best to answer the question as best as I can. Okay? So, why do we need to become a lifelong learner? The first reason why we need to become a lifelong learner is because we are not perfect, which means it does not matter how much knowledge you have, how much great experience you have, there will always be something that you can learn and improve. And that is why it is important to become a lifelong learner. Because no matter how perfect you think your experience is, there will always be something that you can learn and improve to have an even better experiences. And that is important. That is why you want to become a lifelong learner. Second, the reason why we need to become a lifelong learner because we are human beings, living things, living things that are growing. So like for example, a tree is a living thing, correct? And in order for the tree to grow strong, you have to water it daily. So let's say that the tree is 100% today, but if you do not water the tree today, its lifespan will decrease down to 99%. And if you do not water the tree 2 days in a row, its lifespan will decrease down to 98%. Even though 98% is still great, but the tree is still dying slowly. And if you stop watering the tree altogether, then the tree will become dead. So it is the same with us as a human being. We are living beings, which means we have to learn and grow daily in order for us to keep our spirit and our soul alive. If not, we will also be dying slowly as well. So let's say that today you might be a great person, your soul is great. However, if you stop on learning today, at lifespan, your soul and spirit will decrease down to 99%. And you stop learning for 2 days in a row, it will decrease down to 98%. 98% is still great, right? You're still feeling great, but your soul is still dying slowly. So in this case, if you stop on learning altogether, then your soul and spirit will also die and become dead. And that's how depression and that's how low self-esteem develop. Is because we're not learning to grow a spirit. And that is why it is so important for us to become a lifelong learner, to keep our spirit alive, to keep our soul alive. And that's why learning is so important. Otherwise, we either grow or we die. We do not stay the same. But in order for us to wake up every day, we need to feel that aliveness. And learning is one of the best way. Okay? The third reason why we need to become a lifelong learner is because of the new knowledge development. New knowledge is developed and discovered every second, every single day. For example, let's take health for example. One of the reasons why we are healthier today, we can live longer today compared to other people in the 20th century is because we have more knowledge, we have the advanced technology, which means we have more knowledge to take better care of ourselves, which means we live longer compared to other people in the 20th century. So researchers out there are doing study, are doing conducting study to discover new knowledge. And so for us to learn and apply. But if we are not becoming a lifelong learner, then we can't know what the new knowledge is. which means it's hard for us to apply the new knowledge. And then we waste the new knowledge that people are doing research for us. And that's why, in order for us to be happier, healthier, more successful, we have to keep on learning to learn new ways that is out there for us because every single day, new knowledge is out there for us. And in order for us to know what the new knowledge is to help us improve our life, we have to keep on learning. We have to become a lifelong learner. Okay? And that's the three main reasons why we have to become a lifelong learner. So next, I will share with you some of the benefit when you are a lifelong learner. The first benefit is that you will understand yourself more when you become a lifelong learner. So when you learn new things and you apply it, you will learn more about yourself. So let's say that you learn a new knowledge today and you go out and you apply it. Okay? And when you apply that new knowledge, you will know if that is your strength or your weaknesses. If you can apply that knowledge successfully, that means that is your strength. But if you can apply that knowledge successfully, that means it could be one of your weaknesses, which means you understand yourself. Anytime you understand more about yourself, such as your strength and talent, that is understand about yourself, and that will help you make better decision on what you need to do to learn to grow to become a better person. Okay? And also, there are a lot of strengths that we might have within us that we do not know until we start applying new knowledge and skill. Because, like, again, we have a lot of strength within us. But in order for us to know what those strengths are, we have to apply new knowledge and skill to unleash it. And sometimes, as a human being, it's not easy to discover our true strength. And so, by learning and applying, then you will know what your true strength and talent are. And that's why it is important to become a lifelong learner. And you will be surprised. Sometimes something might seem boring or uninterested, but once you apply the new knowledge, you will be surprised that, oh my God, this is my strength and talent. But the only way to know is to learn and to apply. And that's why becoming a lifelong learner is important. Okay? Because, like, for example, in my life, when I was young, I did not know some of the strength and talent that I had until I start to become a lifelong learner and learn new things and apply in my life. And so the more I learn, the more I apply in different things, the more I learn about myself, the better I can make better decisions. Okay? So the second benefit of becoming a lifelong learner is that you will understand more about life. Because when we are born out, we do not know what life is about. There is no rule, there's no guideline of what life is about. Okay? We have to teach that. We have to learn that on our own. But in order for us to know how to live life successfully, we have to learn it. And how do we learn it? We have to go out and learn as much as possible about life. So you want to learn more about what is life? What is the purpose about life? How do you create meaning and purpose, happiness, joy? And when you understand those things clearly, it will help you understand what kind of action step you should take to help you become more successful in life. It will help you make better decisions, who should enter your life, who should not enter your life. Because if you do not know what is the purpose of life, do not know what happiness is, do not know what joy and fulfillment is, it's hard to make the decision. And we tend to make random decisions if we do not have a clear knowledge and understanding. So and that is why it is important for you to become a lifelong learner and to learn about those things. And like again, knowledge is so much out there. We can never learn everything. But the more we learn about it, the better decision you will make, the more successful you will become in life. Okay? So the third benefit of becoming a lifelong learner is that it will help you apply your current knowledge successfully and more creative. And it's important because if we have all this knowledge and we do not know how to apply it, then it becomes useless, right? Because knowledge is one thing, but applying it is another thing. But if we don't know how to apply it, then it's useless. And by becoming a lifelong learner, you will learn new method, new tool, new skill to apply your current knowledge. Because in life, sometimes we can apply the same knowledge throughout our life. As we transition to adulthood to become a senior, the same knowledge can be applied throughout your life, but it must be applied in a different way. Because as an adult, you will apply the knowledge differently. As a senior, you will apply the knowledge differently because you are at different life stage, but the knowledge is still the same, but we must learn how to apply in a different way. And by becoming a lifelong learner, you will learn more method, more technique to apply your current knowledge because you do not want to waste your current knowledge, right? Because you do not want to waste your time learning something and then you don't use it anymore. And if you don't use your knowledge, then it becomes useless and your brain does not stay strong. Our brain stays strong when we keep using our knowledge. If we don't use it, just go away and decrease our capacity to think successfully. So by becoming a lifelong learner, you learn new method, new way to apply your current knowledge successfully. And that is important. Okay. Sometimes we might not need new knowledge. We just need to learn new ways to apply our current knowledge. And that is important. And by becoming a lifelong learner, you will be exposed to so many methods to help you apply your current knowledge successfully. And that is one of the key to living life successfully. Okay. So four benefit of applying of becoming a lifelong learner is it will increase your creativity. You become more creative. Because creativity, one component of being more creative is knowledge. Because creativity is about applying new things, discovering new ways. But if you do not have the knowledge, then how can you do new things? How can you come up with new solution? We need new knowledge to come up with new solution, right? So in this case, the more you learn, the more ways, the more idea you have to help you come up with different solution to help you move forward in life. So like for example, let's say that you're doing a task and you fail. And after you fail and you have no more ways to do something because you lack the knowledge. However, if you are keeping on learning and becoming a lifelong learner, you have all this method available to you. You are preparing yourself with all this knowledge. So when you fail, you have new knowledge, new method to help you keep on moving forward. Because a lot of time when people fail and they don't learn, then they get stuck because they have no more ways of being creative. But when you are learning, constantly learning and having that new knowledge there for you when you fail, then you are ready to face failure. You are ready to face a challenge because you have this method available to you all the time. But if you're not becoming a lifelong learner, then you don't have the method and way ready for you when you fail. And that's why to help you overcome failure, to help you overcome challenges, to help you overcome life's obstacle is to become a lifelong learner. So you have all this knowledge available for you when you fail or when you hit the challenges. Okay. And the thing is, there are unlimited of ways to help you overcome your challenges. Okay. It just depends on how creative you are. Life has unlimited of solution, has unlimited of knowledge, which means there's unlimited solution out there for you to become successful, to move forward, to face obstacles. It just all depends on do you have the knowledge, the skill ready for you when you face an obstacle. And by becoming a lifelong learner, you are ready. And that is the key. You don't want to feel stuck and feel like, oh my God, what do I do now? And by becoming a lifelong learner, it will help you decrease that fear, decrease that worry, decrease that stress, that you will always have the ability to move forward in life when you become a lifelong learner. Okay? So those are the four benefits as when you become a lifelong learner. Next, I will share with you ways to help you become a successful lifelong learner. Okay, so there are many ways. So first, you want to look at your personal life. The three life area that you can always become a life learner is in your career, health, and relationship. Because no matter what stage we are at, we'll always be working to make money, right? We'll always have to take care of our health. We'll always have to take care of relationship, which means those three areas will give you a lot of opportunity to learn. So, like for example, in your career, in your personal life, in your professional life, is there a skill that you want to learn to get promoted? There you go. You can learn that whatever skill, then there's a learning opportunity for you. Or do you want to become more productive in the workforce or in your job? Then see what do you need to learn and then learn that skill and knowledge to help you become more successful in your work in the professional area. So, and again, remember, like I said, going back to being as a human being, we are not perfect. No matter how well you do something on your job, there will always be something that you can learn and improve to become even better at it. Okay, so that is professional. So when it comes to health, there are so many health areas that you can become success, that you can learn. Physical health, mental health, spiritual health, emotional health. Those are the areas that you can work on and to learn and improve, right? So, like for example, when it comes to your physical health, is there a new workout routine that you want to learn? Is there a new cooking recipe you want to learn? You can learn right there. Do you want to sign up to run different events such as like a marathon or half marathon? By signing up for events that you have never done before, that you have never tried, which means it forces you to do new things. And when you do new things, it forces you to learn new knowledge and skill, and that is becoming a lifelong learner. Every time you learn new things while you're doing something, you are a learner. You're becoming a lifelong learner. And there are so many ways, right? Is there a exercise method that you want to try and learn? There you go. You are a learner. And when it comes to your mental health, do you want to improve your self-esteem? You're self-confident, there you go. Read a new book. There are countless of books out there that you can read to increase your self-esteem, increase your self-confidence, increase your courage. Because with today internet and advanced technology, learning is like it will never stop because it's just impossible for us to learn everything, which means becoming a lifelong learner is easier than you might think. Okay, or YouTube. If you want to improve your spiritual health, become more kind, appreciate life more, learn how to be more compassionate, increase your spirituality. There are many ways to help you learn about that. Watching a video. So there are many ways to help you learn. And those are the common things that we can learn to do to improve our life successfully. Okay. And emotional health, learn how to manage your anger, learn how to manage your stress, learn how to manage your frustration. There are so many things that we can learn to improve our health. And so those are the common ways. Okay. So when it comes to your relationship, there are many different type of relationship that we can work on. There are family relationship, relationship with your friends, your co-worker, your community, your neighbors, even with yourself. That is a relationship we tend to neglect the most is with ourselves. Okay, so again, something to improve your relationship with others, your communication skill. The more you can communicate better with others, the more successful you become in building relationship because relationship all come down to communication skill. So there you go. And no matter how perfect you think, how great your communication is with others, there will always be something that you can learn and improve, right? Because all come back to us as a human being. We are not perfect. And even though you might have a great experience, there will always be something that you can learn and improve. Okay? So there are so many things that you can learn. And when it comes to yourself, there are so many things that you can do to improve your relationship with yourself. And that is important. Okay. So those are three life areas, and I guarantee you, those three life areas, there are many ways to help you improve to become a lifelong learner. Okay. And other things beside that is your personal learning, such as do you want to learn how to cook? Do you want to learn how to bake? Do you want to learn how to sew? Do you want to learn a new language? Do you want to learn how to drive a certain car or whatever? There are so many things that you can learn as a hobby to become a lifelong learner. Basically, a lifelong learner is anytime you learn something new to help you become a better person, then that is a lifelong learner. Okay? And in addition, other ways to help you become a lifelong learner is to learn in different areas, such as psychology, such as health, such as business, such as law, such as education. The more you learn about those things, the more you will realize that they are connected. Even though those are different topic, different area, but the more you dig deep down and learning that those areas, the more you will realize that those areas are connected somehow. And when you can see that every subject, even though they are different on the surface, but when you look deep down, they share common trait and common interest to see that, oh my God, everything is connected. And when you can see that everything is connected, you will start to see that you can learn from every angle, and that is important. You want to learn from every culture. You want to learn from every races because every culture has different things that can teach us to help us become a better person. But remember, a lot of people think that, oh, that culture will benefit me because it is not the knowledge that is not benefit. It's just that people do not know how to apply that knowledge successfully in their life. And that's what they are missing. It's not that knowledge is not benefit, it's the lack of knowing how to apply. Okay? Learn about different race because different race can teach you different things that you can apply successfully in your life as well. Because always remember, if someone can do something successfully, we can also apply that successfully in our life as well. It's just that we just have to tweak that knowledge and skill a little bit to fit our life. But like again, the knowledge is the same for everybody. It's just that we have to learn how to apply that knowledge successfully in our life. Okay. And other ways to help you become a lifelong learner is to pay attention to your life experiences. Okay. So, first, you want to pay attention to your negative experiences. Okay. So, one of the main reasons why we have a negative experiences is because we lack the knowledge and skill to come up with a successful solution for it. That's the only reason why we are failed. We fail because we lack the knowledge and skill, which means every time you have a negative experiences, you want to ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What knowledge and skill did I lack so I can learn it and become a lifelong learner? And that is why making mistakes and having negative experiences is one of the best way to become a lifelong learner because it tells you exactly what you need to learn and improve. So and every day we make mistakes, right? Even if you don't make mistake, there's something that you can always learn to become a better. So in this case, pay attention to your life, your negative experiences, your negative outcome daily, and see how you can learn new knowledge and skill. And that is a lifelong learner. Okay. And if you have a positive experiences, you can also learn from it also, right? Because remember, no matter how great experience you have, there will always be something that you can learn and improve. And if you can see that every experiences is a life learning thing, then you are a lifelong learner because every day we have experiences. We have negative experiences, we have positive experiences. It's just do you see the opportunity of learning in it? And there are because there is. Okay. So, in addition to learning from your experiences, you also can become a lifelong learner by learning from other people's experiences. Okay. It's the same. So, every time people have a negative experiences, you want to ask yourself, why did they fail? What knowledge and skill did they lack that caused them to have that negative experiences? And then you want to ask yourself, what do I need to learn so I won't have that same negative experiences as them? Okay, so there you go. You learn from people's experiences and ask yourself, what can I do differently? What can I learn differently so I can have a better experience than them? Okay, so in addition to their negative experiences, You can also learn from other people's positive experiences. So every time people have a positive experiences, you want to ask yourself, what did they do? What did they learn to have them have that positive experiences? And then you want to ask yourself, okay, how can I learn the same knowledge and skill as them so I can apply it successfully in my life as well? Remember, again, all this all come back. We are human beings. We use the same knowledge and skill. It's just the differences is how we apply in our life that's slightly different, but the knowledge and skill is the same. Okay, so when people have positive experiences, you cannot say, oh, they are different, they have different experience, then I can't become successful as them. But that is not true. You just need to learn how to be creative and apply that same knowledge and skill into your life, and that is the key. Okay, so those are a lot of ways how you can see how you become a lifelong learner. So how do we learn all this knowledge? If you find out that you need to learn a knowledge, how do you go about it? Continue your education. Right there is to go and get an education. But there are three different ways how you can get an education. Okay. First, there are formal education. Okay. So let's say that you want to learn to improve your eating habit. Okay. And you want to get an education. So in an informal education, then you will go to college to get a certificate or a degree or diploma. The main reason why it is called formal education is because it is credited by the educational system. That's the only reason why it's called formal education. Okay. And that's one way to learn about nutrition to improve yourself. The second way to help you learn about nutrition is called informal education. Informal education is when you go out and attend an event, attend a workshop or a training or sign up for an online course. Those are called informal education because it is not credited by the educational system. That's it. But that is one another way to help you learn. Sometimes you don't need to go to college to get educated to learn a certain thing, but sometimes it's best to enter to learn doing a workshop or a training or a seminar because they teach you different things from different formats. The third way how you can learn about something about nutrition is self-education, right? Self-education is when you go out and you do your own research, such as you go online, go on Google, and you type in nutrition, and you have all this information. And that is called self-education. Or you can buy books about nutrition and learn about nutrition that way. Or you can watch a YouTube video. That is self-education. Self-education is when you do your own research and you try to learn on your own without needing someone there to guide you through it. Of course, you have people guide you on the video, but you learn the guidance on your own by listening. You don't have someone next to you to tell you, oh, this is how you do it and this is how you should do it. Okay? So that is self-education. And it is important that you want to learn from all different types of education. Formal education, informal education, and also self-education. Because why? Because each type of education will teach you slightly different thing. Okay, so let's coming back to nutrition. Nutrition is a wide variety of topic. Okay, there's so many about nutrition. Okay, and at the university, they're not going to teach you everything about nutrition, okay? And at a workshop, they're not going to teach you everything about nutrition. And even if you search online on Google, you're not going to learn everything about nutrition. So in this case, by learning from different type of education, you are more guaranteed to learn more knowledge, to have more education about nutrition to help you apply successfully. But most importantly, when you learn from different type of education, you will learn the different method that they are teaching you. So like for example, the way that the university or college teach you how about nutrition and how to apply nutrition is slightly different compared to how someone would teach you to apply nutrition in a workshop or in an event. Okay. And also, even if you do research on Google, the way that they teach you how to apply about nutrition, it will be slightly different. Okay, not the same, not completely the same. The knowledge might be the same, but the method that they show you in different format of education is different, and that is what we want. We want to learn as many methods as possible to apply nutrition, and that is the key. Remember, knowledge is one thing, but applying it is another thing, and that is important because we might have the knowledge, but if we do not know how to apply it, it becomes useless. So, and that is why it is important for you to learn from different type of education: formal education, informal education, self-education, to give you all this method to help you be ready and apply it successfully. Okay. And again, the more method you have on how to apply a certain concept, you are ready to have that knowledge and skill ready. So when you face failure, when you face obstacle, you feel less stressed, you feel less worried because you have all this tool ready for you. And that is why becoming a lifelong learner is important, is to prepare yourself for the failure that you will face in the future. Okay. So one of the best way to help you learn all this knowledge successfully is to set learning goals. Learning goals are goals that help you apply new knowledge and skill. And that is why they call learning goal. Okay? So every time you want to learn about nutrition, every time you want to learn about exercise, every time you want to learn about to improve your self-esteem or self-confidence, then you can set a learning goal for that. And it's important to set a goal for that also because goals help you map out exactly what you need to do to become successful. It will help you decrease procrastination. It will help you decrease of taking random action steps. And that's important because if we take random action steps, it's hard for us to become successful. And the great thing about setting learning goal is that it will help you start to believe in yourself that you can achieve your dreams as well. Because to achieve your dreams is the same thing as any other thing. You just have to learn the new knowledge and skill to turn your dream into reality. But when you are setting all this learning goal, you will be surprised. You will start to say, "Oh my God, I can learn anything." Because you will find out that no matter what you need to learn to improve yourself, you can do it. It just all depends on your effort. And the more learning goal you set, you will start to believe in yourself. Oh my God, I can learn and achieve anything. And yes, sometimes to turn our dream into reality might take a longer process than other things. But the key in life is that self belief. Do you believe in yourself that you can turn your dream into reality? And that is the key to keep your spirit alive, to keep your learning alive, and that is the key. When you have that spirit of learning and a life that your dream is possible, that means you can feel that sense of purpose inside, and that is important. And that will empower you to believe in yourself. And the great thing about setting a learning goal is that it will never stop, right? Because there are so many things that we can learn and improve to become a better person. Okay, so that is how you become a lifelong learner. But always remember, no matter what you do in life, no matter what kind of obstacle in life, you can always become a lifelong learner, and that is the key. And when you can have that mindset up front that anything can become a learning opportunity, then you are always able to move forward. And the key is moving forward in life. Okay. So that is the end for today's event. I hope you enjoy it and I will see you next time.